in retribution.
Welcome back to Comic Talk. I'm Brandon from The Collectors.
I'm Steve from ActionNerd.com.
And today we have a cold episode for you.
It is really cold. It's supposed to get in the teen, or actually single digits tomorrow.
Yeah?
Or Sunday, or through Sunday. I don't know.
Well,
it's cold as hell. But not in here.
Not
it's
in here.
It's not like the collector's shop
Yeah, it's not
where
like
it was
that.
snowing
Terrible.
inside.
Terrible.
It's nice and toasty here.
I did roll by there the other day and I saw that they had a small little for rent sign.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they didn't take down the painting, so it still says The Collector. So in between The Collector, there's like a...
You got your sign, though, up top, right?
Yeah, I got that
Okay,
down.
good.
But there's a small little for rent sign called this
Good
number.
luck. Good luck to whoever
so-
gets that.
So if you do see it,
Get a coat
please call.
and an umbrella.
Please call. Don't even be serious. Just call. Let's call.
Yeah, call them and tell them what's happening.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you, read some comics today.
Mm-hmm.
This morning I got up early, read some last night, read some this week. I kind of went back. I only read one new comic this whole time.
Oh, wow.
I went back, and so let's talk about it on a 3x3.
Let's get it.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to go first because you got a stack again.
Okay.
If you don't mind.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever heard of this guy, Nemesis. Have you heard of him?
That is Apocalypse's son, isn't it?
No.
Okay.
I don't know.
Clearly wrong.
So remember how I'm really high on nightclub. Do I have any nightclubs up here? Probably not. Okay. Nightclub, the three
Luchadors.
vampire guy. Yeah, teens. Mark Miller with an A is the one that does that. So I'm reading this book, Nemesis, and the reason I picked it up was people said, you want to read something that's off the charts violent, off the charts like what the heck moments.
Ooh.
Check this guy. He is the most evil anti-Batman you'll ever find. Wears all white.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, okay, let me see what this is about. And so I'm reading it, I'm looking at the art, and I'm like, this is really my style. This is good. And that clicks. It's the same guy that does Nightclub.
Oh.
And I'm like, okay, all right. So I read this thing called Nemesis. Now, I went back. There's Rogue Gallery. There's Miller McNanavus Nemesis. There's three separate runs of it. Mm-hmm. And talk about, like, the most violent, whacked out, bad guy you've ever found. Bad guy. I have never read in a comic a guy or thing worse than what this guy does.
Oh, wow.
Like, there's no boundaries on this.
Oh.
Like, the worst things you can imagine, he makes happen or does them to people.
Oh.
So, now, it's not where it's like crosses over the SA thing or things like that, really. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't get as graphic as some of those, those naked books that people...
Yeah,
I don't get that, but if you're into that, whatever. I don't get that. But it's not that. It's not about that. There is some nudity in it, but it's the violence, it's the evil, it's like the baddest bad guy you can find.
Oh, wow.
So I recommend these if you can stomach that. The writing's great. The stories are great. If this ever went to film, it would be fantastic because it really could do that because there is a storyline to it. There is a very, very good storyline to it, and it's very parallel with the whole Batman thing.
Okay.
Except everything is the opposite.
Mm.
So, you had the Waynes that were influential socialites and did good.
Mm-hmm. Not here.
His was crackhead parents.
He killed his own parents.
Not quite.
Oh.
It is a whole revenge thing, but it's a revenge thing on a story that keeps building, and I do not, as I normally would, spoil it. It's just something good. I recommend it to you. It's really worth watching or reading. So then I went down this Mark Miller thing. I'm like, well, what else has he done? And he did this thing called Magic Order, which was Netflix picked it up. It was the first comic series that Netflix picked up. Now, it hasn't been done yet.
Oh, okay.
So it's supposed to have gone into production in March of 2024. I couldn't find any updates on it. But it's basically a family of magicians with really wild powers. And there's a few series of those, too. Magic Order, it's intriguing, too. I only read the first book of it. But, and I have some of them, I didn't realize. It's good stuff. So that's the other one. And finally, do we have a drum roll? Oh, I don't have that thing hooked up. Ultimate Wolverine.
The Ultimate Wolverine.
Now, I was a huge fan of Ultimate Spider-Man. As you know, I bought every variant there is but one of the first one. Got them all slabbed, did it to 2 and 3, and stopped there. I thought that it was brilliant how it came up with this new concept, and Peter Parker was different, and the whole... And so... And I thought, great. I didn't read Ultimate Black Panther. I kept you informed me on how that was going. Ultimate X-Men I wasn't a fan of.
Yeah.
Ultimates, didn't even bother.
Ultimate's pretty good.
But was looking forward to this as a Wolverine fan.
Oh, everybody wants Wolverine.
And it was a hot mess.
Whoa.
Hot mess.
Well, this is a hot take right here.
Yeah, so I'm telling you, man, I just thought, Come on. What's going to happen? I had already heard, spoiler, he was Winter Soldier.
Yeah. He's part of the program.
But there's time swaps in this thing, of course.
Okay.
Gets me a little confused this age. But I just didn't get it, man. You got bad guys. Bad guys are Colossus.
Okay, yep. And
Magic. And Omega Red.
Yep.
Nightcrawler's in this, which I always love Nightcrawler.
Oh.
Nightcrawler's in this.
Ooh.
Now, in this first issue, no hold bar. There's people dead. Boom.
Bam.
Boom, 2 dead.
They're gone.
And but it left me, like, first I thought it was really short. It was very, very choppy. I couldn't get into it, man. I'm hoping. Listen, I'm not giving up on it because it's got a cool, kick-ass costume. They're trying to get an origin story, but it's very hard to do an origin story when you've heard you're solidified in that origin story. Now, the Peter Parker Ultimate Spider-Man did pull that off. This one, I don't know where it's going. I'm going to wait and see right now. Check it out. Let me know what you think. I was sorely disappointed in this. And that is all I read.
Wow.
That is all I read. So what do you got?
Well, yeah, I've got another stack. I've been trying to catch up. There's been some weeks where I have been missing out and I haven't read nothing. So I'm trying to catch up. I try to get like 3 a day in. But I got a big stack here.
That is not as big as the last stack.
Well, that's good. They're getting smaller. Stuff in here. This first one is Batman Superman Silent Night Returns. This is the last one.
Yeah.
And it finishes off pretty weird. I didn't really understand maybe I read it too fast or something, but I didn't understand really the importance or origin of the knight here. But he was the main bad guy, and they did have a cool battle at the end, so that was pretty cool. I did like that. The action was awesome. Santa Claus was awesome. And at the end, Santa Claus actually gets a Justice League card, so he can join the Justice League. Because Batman said we need defenses against defenses against all kind of threats, even like mystical crazy ones like this one, and Santa Claus was really knowledgeable in that.
All right, good for Santa.
So this whole series was pretty awesome. I loved the first one last year. This one wasn't as good, but it was still
it's worth it.
Okay. It's still worth the holiday read. And then I caught up on Absolute Wonder Woman #3.
Okay.
And she's fighting this big, terrible monster. She beat the Harbinger, and it crawled back into the sea. But now the main guy's here, this big Cthulhu
bigger
tentacle.
Guy?
Yeah, yes. And she's trying to tell the humans, you got to get out of here because he's going to make this sound that's going to make you trample over each other just to get to him so that he can eat you. It's going to entice you. It's going to just like pretty much hypnotize you to want to be eaten by him.
Wow.
And there's nothing she can do about it. So y'all need to evacuate now. And it's pretty cool. They actually explain this little tattoo on her arm as well in here. No spoilers, so if you want to check that out.
I want to see that. I want to read that.
Very good read.
I did not catch it. You love it, huh?
I do. I've been liking all these absolutes so far. So
okay, let's go back to absolutes. Where's your ranking it? Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman.
Well, so far in the story, I'm going Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman.
Yeah, okay. I'm
That's
with you
how I
on
am
that.
so far. Up next is this quarterly release of Batman Gargoyle. I believe it's quarterly. They haven't really announced
Oh,
that. They're
okay.
just taking their sweet time getting these out.
Yeah.
And I think number one come out last year around this time. And this is only number 3. So,
Wow, cool cover though.
yeah, the cover's cool. The art is kind of crazy and different, but it's still pretty cool. The story is pretty good. And in this issue here, it gets even crazier. Like, I don't even know. In the first 2 issues, Batman is Batman. You know, he's prepared for everything. He's got these tools and gadgets and stuff. But now, yeah, he gets kind of beat up in this one.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, but they kind of uncover more about this sinister plot between this new group of enemies. And they're not our familiar rogue gallery of Batman villains. It's some weird new people. So Batman Gargoyle.
You know what's? I wanted to talk about this a little bit. Do you think the state of comics, with these so many offshoots? I mean, you had Batman going to find out the aliens that beat him up. Find out
Off-World.
about that,
Batman
right?
Off-World, yeah.
You got that one.
Batman
You
Gargoyle.
got the glow in the dark cover with the Man Bat.
Batman
stuff.
Full Moon.
So you got all these different Batmans and Absolute and
Absolute Batman.
All In and my God, do you think it's too much?
You can never have too much Batman.
I don't know. I'd love to find a comic, and I challenge anybody, help me out on this. A comic that's just stayed true. Mm-hmm. One universe, one continuing story, no offshoots, no different ones, no action comics, Man of Steel, Superman, Superman's buddy, all that stuff. Just one that goes straight through and sticks with it. And I mean, I can't think of one that actually that doesn't shoot off to something. I'm looking around the room and I'm thinking, okay, we got Iron Man. Well, I don't know if there's been different ones. You got Captain America, Hulk.
Peanuts.
There's just so many different things.
The Peanuts. Charlie Brown.
That's it.
That's the one.
Charlie Brown. Now, Snoopy never went to a different multiverse, did he?
Oh,
there
no.
we go. Snoopy it is.
I think with our society and how everybody loves so much money, if something's successful, they're like, well, let's just add something else and get more money.
Yeah.
So, it's like, hey, people love Batman. Let's give them another Batman.
Yeah. I mean,
another one.
Look at Blood Hunt. I mean, Blood Hunt is a whole different thing. And then before that, you had Marvel Zombies. And both very, very successful. Very successful. Mm-hmm. But I can't even... I mean, I'm looking at Star Wars #1. Star Wars.
Oh, man.
That's not even... I mean, that's got...
Oh, man.
Blasted all over the place.
Crazy.
Spawn.
Good
might
Spawn.
be.
Yeah, I mean, he has his, spin off other heroes, but, I mean, he isn't
He's
Scorched.
Spawn, though, right?
Yeah, he's still Spawn. There's no other Spawn. There's no other Al Simmons.
Right, and he hasn't gone like Al Simmons in a different world. Although with Mark Spears' retro Spawn 77, I wonder if that's going to stay same universe, same thing.
I don't know. We'll find out.
I guess we'll find out. What else you got? Sorry,
I caught up on this one, Deadpool Wolverine. Mm-hmm. You told us a little bit about this one, so I won't get much into it, but I enjoyed it. Like you said, there is something brainwashing Deadpool. He's not the funny Deadpool anymore. He's like on a mission. He's serious. He's getting it done. He's efficient.
Yeah.
Which he was efficient before. He was just funny. But now, Wolverine's trying to figure it out. He cut his eyeball out.
Right.
Yeah. So, that one. Then Thundercats,
Okay.
number 11. Ho!
Yeah.
This one is interesting. It starts to pick up again. Like the last ones were kind of about Chitara and her visions and stuff. But this one, Lion-O has felt like he's failed the Thundercats. They've been attacked twice, and he's had to be saved by Chitara and Panthro. And he feels like he's not living up to the mantle of leader of the Thundercats.
Yeah, well, he isn't.
So he decided, hey, I'm going to go cut this right at the source. So he's going straight to Mum-Ra, and he's going to bring the fight to him.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so back in the cartoons, did you ever watch the cartoons?
I did. I loved it.
Did he ever beat Mum-Ra?
I don't know. I think there's a theory that Mum-Ra was their greatest ally because he prepared them and toughened them up for greater threats.
You think?
I think so.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, he would bring something to them. They get stronger, and then all of a sudden, some space rebels will come down. They're like, we fought Mum-Ra. We ready for you.
Yeah, okay. I don't get that one, but maybe.
Number 5, Johnny Quest. Speaking of the past,
Yeah.
past and future, because in Johnny Quest they're time traveling
Uh-huh.
and they're fighting Zen, Invader Zen Man.
No, not Invaders. Isn't he that little cartoon guy?
Yeah, he is. Well, he's fighting this bald guy. He's a classic Johnny Quest villain, but I didn't watch Johnny Quest growing up. I watched it like here and there.
Your parents probably weren't even born.
They were, I think. Listen,
Early 70s, 60s?
my mom was born in 70.
Okay, all right.
So
She's in.
But yeah, I've been enjoying this, man. They've been in the future with the older Johnny Quest, and they're trying to figure out why they're here and who has another time machine besides them. So it's pretty interesting.
I've liked those too. I thought they kept a good story each time. Even if one is a one-off, it's still a good story.
Amazing. Now, the Ultimates, part of the Ultimate Universe. Yeah. Number 8 here. Very interesting issue.
Okay.
We've run into America Chavez, and she is a dimensional traveler. She has those powers. But in the Ultimate Universe, she's kind of like Miss Marvel. I think she can still travel dimensions, but she's just as strong. She can fly. Does she
stretch herself?
No, she doesn't stretch. Not that Marvel. Captain Marvel. I'm sorry. Captain Marvel.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. And we meet the Guardians of the Galaxy, which are on this cover here. Not the ones we are familiar with. The only one that we're kind of familiar with is Cosmo, but the rest of them are completely different. They have the same name because that's Star-Lord, but
oh wow,
they were in this society where they figured out their technology and their power. They can save everyone. They have that option.
Wow.
You know, with our Avengers and everybody else, it's always a sacrifice that has to be made. Not with these guys. This society, they learned how to save everybody, and they learned that the unmaker or the creator, the main bad guy of the Ultimates, he is uncreating this timeline. They figured that out. It was coming. They were able to stop their whole universe in time and take it out of that unraveling timeline and stick it between space and time to exist. But then something happened and it crashed into another timeline and they destroyed about a bunch of people. But they went flying everywhere across the whole universe. Jeez. So they're trying to...
I look confused?
Yeah. So they're trying to regather each other, and they run into Chavez and they're like, yeah, you're part of our team. But she just doesn't remember because the Maker has taken her memories and just cut them out. So she doesn't remember the Guardians.
But you like this.
Yeah, it's crazy. I've just never seen a comic or a world where they can save everything.
Yeah, that is a neat concept, actually.
Yeah, Doom was actually monitoring this situation because they were out in like a cornfield fighting because they got some kind of signal that these guys were going to be there. So our Avengers, our Ultimates, were out there ready to battle these guys. And Doom was watching them on a monitor. Well, this Star-Lord dude saw the monitor, and he's like, oh, I know of you, Doom. You're not the one we normally talk to, but you're one of them. And he sticks his head through the monitor as Doom is like watching, and Doom's like, whoa.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and he's like, we can do whatever we want with this technology or whatever. And so Doom's like, okay.
They're just like the ultimate, they can get it done.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird, so check it out.
Thus called?
The Ultimates.
The Ultimates. I didn't even realize I said that.
Up next is the Spectacular Spider-Man, number 11. And this is in a universe that Steve hates with Miles and Peter are both alive.
Yeah.
And they're saving the city. They both are Spider-Man, hence the Spider-Men.
Yeah.
And this one's kind of silly. I didn't know this. Maybe this is in Marvel lore, but there are like little fairy-type nymphs in Central Park in New York. And they see that this new hero called Elemental, well, she's called Elementary because she has elemental powers.
Water and fire.
Yes. Well, these little nymphs or fairy things see that, and they decide that it's blasphemous to be able to use all those powers. And so they call her among their king or queen to be...
Fairy queen?
Yeah, to be judged to see if it's... see if it's an abomination or something. And so, yeah, it's kind of silly. They shrink her down. It doesn't really have to do with the main thing. I mean, they add a little electro thing in there. That we have two electros, the guy and the girl.
Do you think that they're trying to, like, segment the readers? Like, you've got your free comic book day kids ones, and then you got your tweens, and then you got your teenagers, then you got the old farts. Where does that fit in?
I'd say this was said somewhere between the tweens and the normal age readers.
Okay.
Because the fairy part was
How is that appealing?
It was like a side adventure. The real main story that was continuing was between the Electros because they vowed to kill a Spider-Man to keep the name Electro, and then they actually run into Kurt Connor's kid, who is a lizard in lizard form, and he's trying to figure out how to cure him. But they go to him and say, "Hey, we want some technology, something to help us kill a Spider-Man, or we're gonna zap your kid up."
Wow.
Yeah, so he makes it. And he gives it to him, and he's like, "All right, give him my kid." And they're like, "No. We're going to see if it works first, and then we'll hand him over, maybe." And then at the end, it's just a mean look on Kurt Connors. Like, we know he is the lizard, and he going to mess these guys up.
Uh-oh.
So we'll see what happens.
Let's see.
Last one.
Okay.
Last one.
Yeah.
It's the Ghost Spider.
Okay.
And technically, this Ghost Spider is in the Spectacular Spider-Man universe. Okay?
We need a big chart.
But she is fighting essentially the Scarecrow, Marvel Scarecrow in here. His name's like Dr. Fear or something, and he's got fear toxin. He's spreading it among people.
The Marvel version.
Yes,
Which
yes.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I thought Marvel version came out before the DC Scarecrow.
I'm not sure, but I know.
Maybe that'll be on trivia next week.
Maybe. He's not as cool, but he has a cool, like, one of those, what is it? When they had the Black Plague, those bird type.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he has a
Plague
cool mask. Yeah, and he has been inspired by the Black Tarantula, who has kidnapped a government official, one of the judges who has been corrupt, and he sent this app out to let the people decide whether he's guilty or not. And if they hit guilty, they're going to shoot him like right on stream. But if the society says no, then he's not.
Squid Games.
Yeah, so this inspired the Dr. Fear dude, and now the Black Tarantula doesn't want that. So it's like bad guys going after each other, and Spider-Gwen there, and it's pretty cool seeing like three different parties going.
All right. I think that's cool.
Check it out.
I think that's cool.
But that's it for 3.
So that's our 3x3.
That's it.
So
3 times 3.
yeah, 3 times 3 is how much?
That's 9.
We got about 9. Anyways, let's jump into Dare You Trivia. Here we go.
Oh yes.
Certainly. These are about Ultimate Wolverine.
Oh no.
In the Ultimate Marvel Universe, what is Wolverine's real name?
Sid Logan?
No.
It's James
Yeah,
Howlett.
that's right.
Yes.
Which superhero team does Ultimate Wolverine initially join?
The X-Men.
The Brotherhood of Mutant Supremacy.
Of
Supremacy.
course. Of course.
Who is revealed to be the Ultimate Wolverine's biological son?
Is it Dakin?
Jimmy Hudson.
Oh, good old Jimmy Hudson.
Yeah. Isn't he on Hee-Haw?
I think he's on Superman. Oh, that's Jimmy Olsen.
Same thing.
Yeah. A reporter.
Same universe, DC Marvel. In the Ultimate Marvel Universe. You know what? I think they're throwing Ultimate in here just very loosely. In the Ultimate Marvel Universe, which metal is bonded to Wolverine's skeleton?
Is it still adamantium?
I know. Jeez.
Yes.
Which villain removes the adamantium from Ultimate Wolverine's body, leading to his death?
Is it still Magneto?
It's still Magneto.
Okay.
See, this trivia crap, I just pulled this up, and they just inserted Ultimate in front of Wolverine and everything. Okay. What alias does Ultimate Wolverine use when he has amnesia?
Oh, Forgetful Wolverine.
Yes, Ultimate Forgetful Wolverine. That's Logan.
Oh, okay.
Which government project was responsible for bonding adamantium? Jeez, these are. I'm not even reading this.
It's a Weapon X? Ultimate Weapon
Okay,
X.
here's a better one. Yeah. In the Ultimate Marvel Universe, who does Wolverine have a romantic relationship with, leading to the birth of his son?
I think him and Akiko had a daughter, didn't he?
I don't know, but Magda,
Oh,
also known as the Witch of Wendigore,
I wouldn't have got that one.
or the Ultimate Witch of Ultimate Wendigore,
I was going to go with Psylocke. Nope.
or Cyclops. Which team does Ultimate Wolverine join after leaving the Brotherhood of Mutant Supremacy?
The Ultimate X-Men.
Yeah, you're right.
Yes.
In the Ultimate Marvel Universe, who assists Wolverine in escaping from the Weapon X project? I didn't know this.
Yeah, that'd be Gambit. Beast.
No.
Rogue. Toad?
No, it was Fred Sanford
Oh.
and his son Lamont. It was
Oh,
Nick Fury. I didn't know that.
okay. Me either.
Jeez.
I think the old Ultimate Universe really sucked.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
nobody really liked it.
Yeah, it's kind of like those comics that I have tons of, Ultimate Universe Handbook. Oh my God. You get a collection in, didn't you? And there's like 50.
Yes.
These are worth a lot. They say 60 cents. Well, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
They're still in the bag, too, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They came bagged and boarded.
Yeah, no one
Anyway. So, hey, listen, we got a new Real Wheels short coming.
Yep.
And that is on
We Real Reels.
Den of Thieves 2.
Oh, yeah. Pantera.
Yeah, saw it last night. So we'll do that one.
Heck
What
yeah.
else is what's the big re-reel? The big boy.
51st Dates.
Oh, that hasn't released yet.
I'm editing it now.
Okay.
Should be out later this week.
You've been very busy.
Yes. So busy. So busy.
That's good. And what else is going on? Anything else happening?
Yeah.
What?
A lot of stuff happening around the world.
It's cold.
That's right.
We had snow.
We need to do like a little headlines. Here's the top news
Oh, yeah,
today.
we could do news of the day. Well, let's break the biggest news that broke 2 days ago. Diamond distributor is bankrupt.
Chapter 11.
Yep. So what does that mean for local comic stores? If you put all your eggs in Diamond's basket, it means you're screwed for a couple weeks or months. But most comic shops had different distributors. You had Lunar.
Yeah, and then based
Penguin.
off how they were, like the customer service, how they were to you.
Yeah.
If you were smart, you had already gotten rid of Diamond.
Yeah.
Because I did.
Yeah, because they were the big boy for a long time.
They were.
And it was a monopoly where you didn't have much of a choice. And they acted like it. And it bit them in the ass. And so bye-bye. They're done. And if you read on Reddit or some of the other sources, a lot of people are very happy they're gone. They're not happy the way they did it because they've screwed many places that had no idea that this was going to happen. And, you know, they've been stringing them along on distributions and not getting the stuff out. And I know Rich Davis in Wonderland had released that was the first part I saw of it, released the statement that Diamond was talking about. And it's just gone downhill so rapidly.
The issues I had with them were the shipments were late. Sometimes the product would come in not packaged well.
Not at all.
Yeah. And then, I mean, it wasn't an issue whenever I reached out to them, like, because I ordered comic boxes, like the graphic little small comic boxes. Yeah. Well, one of them come in one time and I didn't have like 2 tops. I was missing 2 tops of the boxes. And they just gave me a refund. So now I just got these empty boxes. Like,
they didn't take care of people.
Yeah.
So this is what happens. You lose. And in this world where Google reviews and all that stuff means something, you think that these big companies aren't affected by it, but really, if people are griping enough, it's done. It's done. We did that NECA unboxing of the 2 horror boxes, blind boxes that we did. Over 2,000 views right now. And yet we're still waiting on our 2 other boxes that were ordered 3 days after that. They had a ship time of 10 days. And we're going into almost a month of not even receiving a confirmation of UPS has it. So that's disappointing. And a lot of people are fed up with NECA. NECA's distribution is been really taking the hit. And I got a notice from them that I can order wholesale from them. And many people said, don't even bother. Yeah. Don't even bother. The distribution is so bad. You know about that kind of stuff where you had to go to like a middleman like Entertainment Earth or something like that to make sure your product was coming to you. People, they're not going to put up with this. And your products are just going to go down the drain as a retailer who needs to have that stuff in a timely manner.
That's right.
I mean, think about the video game market. And I remember it from buying my first Atari 2600. I used to go to Long's Drugs in Flagstaff when I was in college at NAU and knew the release date based on Electronic Gaming and some of those other magazines because there wasn't internet. obviously. And man, you had to have it. And once that was hot, it's gone. Nobody went back to it unless you had something cool like Pitfall. But that's what's happening with this action figures and all these other things. You've got other things competing against you as a retailer, Ollie's and now Gabe's and some of these other things where if it doesn't sell after a certain time, they dump them all. Pennies are the dollar, and then you can go into Ollie's and pick up, God knows, any Wakanda Marvel's Legend but they still have it at $9, which is crazy. And they've sat for what, 2 years now?
Probably.
The distribution problems are crazy.
My problem with NECA was their website. They didn't have one. They sent me a spreadsheet, and I couldn't see these items that I was looking at, and I was like, I'd rather just go to Entertainment Earth and see it, and then be like, okay, I'll buy this.
Yeah, and there's a lot of fake NECA websites. So I've been getting ads daily on all the social media outlets, and it says like NECA EU or NECA AU after it, with incredible discounts. Looks exactly like the NECA site, and if you look it up on the internet, you'll see all of these people have lost their money. They've had to go back to credit card charges and stuff. But there's so much scamming out there. It's just crap.
It is
pure crap.
Entertainment Earth, do better. You're next.
Are they doing bad too?
They would send me my stuff late. I'd get all my pops from them, and they would send them way too late. Like Walmart has them, GameStop has them, and then a month later I'd get them. And luckily they'd be popular pops because I'd be very selective about what I ordered. Luckily they were very popular and they would sell out everywhere else, and people still wanted them. Yeah. So that was like very, I guess I got lucky, or maybe I was smart about picking which pops I had. But Entertainment Earth could screw you. They could really. Yeah. Screw you.
These little, as I'm about to venture into this thing of the little local comic toy record store. And having experience, 40 years of retail experience with record stores and video chains, and then large retail drugs chains, it's crazy that to stay alive in these things, that Small Business Saturday and all those little small business things, it's the community that saves you, because you're getting hit by everybody else. I mean, it's a fight. It's a fight that I want to take on, and I know you enjoyed it. If it wasn't for the dumb landlord thing,
oh man, yeah,
you'd still be thriving. It's a fight that we like to do. The community that gets built, the people you get to meet, it's a blast.
The environment you create.
Yeah, I mean, that's what's cool. But damn, if you keep getting hammered down, you had all the distribution, plus you had a landlord that was unreasonable.
Unreal, actually.
Yeah. So wait till that new collector's gets built.
That's right.
There you go. We're going to do it. So is there anything you want to talk about what you watched? Did you finish Creatures Commandos?
I did finish Creatures Commandos. I loved it.
I did too.
James Gunn's first project is a success with
Nailed it. Now, did you know there's supposed to be an after credit scene on the last one?
Yeah, I did watch that.
What was it? Do you remember?
It was the Weasel. Was it the Weasel?
I thought it had something to do with the bride, because I just read it and I thought, did I go see that? About how powerful she is. I don't know if they're talking that the after credit scene was when she walked into the prison.
Yeah, she had a new team.
And which is cool.
King Shark was there.
King Shark. Weasel was there, King Shark.
Yes.
Some mummy looking guy.
Yeah, I seen him.
I don't know who that was.
Some girl.
Some girl that was a
wings demon. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, looked like the chick from
what you call it back?
Who?
G.I. Robot.
That's bigger.
Yeah. Why would they give him a bigger body? He was already dangerous.
Dr. Phosphorus. He
He
wasn't in that, was he?
No, he wasn't.
But did he get killed? I don't think he got killed.
Was he in the show at all?
Yeah, he's the glow in the dark guy.
Oh.
Did he get killed?
No, yeah, he's in there. He was in there.
All right. So the Geiger.
But Nina, though.
Yeah.
Spoiler
alert.
Is she really?
I don't know.
Come on, man.
It seemed like it. I didn't know what her power was. Did you?
She can breathe underwater.
So can I. For a minute.
I think that was it. She didn't really want to be there. And
it was a sad story of her little origin story.
Yeah, she wasn't supposed to be there.
Yeah.
That's what Waller does, man. She doesn't care what you are. As long as you're there, you're going to serve.
Why doesn't somebody take her out?
Because she's a serious lady. America
I
needs
don't
her.
get it.
America
Like,
needs
I
her.
don't know that she's a bad person.
She has good intentions. But she's so
yeah.
She'll go through anything to get what she wants.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I did watch a new anime. I started a new anime.
Which one?
It's called Ghost Slayer Aisha.
Oh.
Aishi, something
I was
like
gonna
that.
say I probably can't even say that one.
I watched the first episode, and it's okay, man. It's okay. There's these, what do they call them in Japanese? Come on.
Chopsticks?
No, the demons. They call them something.
Kajra!
No, not the kaijus. There's something else. Yumis. They call them something. There's demons, and they call them something. But this kid can see them, and they try to kill people. But all of a sudden, he's got some kind of ghost powers of his own.
Ooh.
So it's pretty interesting. Let's watch the first episode.
In English? Is it
Yes,
dubbed in English?
I only watch English dub.
So there was one that came up this morning on Netflix about a hitman guy that gets big and fat.
Oh, that's called Big Fat Hitman. It's taking the world by storm.
It's number 2 on Netflix for me this morning. So it's about a guy that was like the socialite, hot to trot hitman, celebrity hitman.
Oh.
Meets this girl, falls in love, and then you see him laying on the couch, big fat belly, and he retired.
Oh, okay.
And something happens, and he has to get out of it. So I'm going to check it out today.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of Netflix, I'm a big wrestling fan, if you guys didn't know.
Yeah.
WWE. Monday Night Raw has gone to Netflix.
I saw that. That's number 1 thing anticipated.
They signed a 10-year deal with Netflix, which I think was very stupid. But I watched.
Raw was free, right?
Raw was free. It was on the USA Network. I watched the first episode on Netflix.
And? Buffering like Mike Tyson did, Paul?
No, the streaming was fine.
Okay.
The streaming was fine. It was just the show they put on was not. They kind of took away the entertainment aspect of what wrestling is. We know what wrestling is.
Oh, yeah. It's real.
It's fixed. It's drama. It's entertainment. But they kind of took that away and try to make it more realistic.
Oh, stupid.
Yeah, very
Wrong
stupid.
formula.
They had it like a UFC event. Like they would go around the crowd and you see celebrities, and then you'd see other wrestlers out there, like champions that are champions but not fighting that night. And it's like, why? Why are they not backstage? This is dumb. And then they would have no backstage segments. Normally they would have the camera backstage recording an interview or somebody's talking crap about another wrestler. None of that.
Oh, that's stupid.
Yes.
Because Mean Gene started this whole thing. I think. So Gorilla Monsoon, remember that?
Yes, yep.
And Mean Gene, when when it peaked, which was in the 80s, 80 through whatever, you got introduced to everybody you know now. Roddy Piper, Hulk Hogan, the Giant, Andre the Giant, not the Giant, the other guy. All these guys that are now at Comic-Cons walking with canes. You had pure entertainment. I remember one of the first WrestleManias I watched, Cyndi Lauper was there, and she was a coach, I think for Mula or something like that. And Lou Albano, who everybody says I looked like at the time because my hair was like that. Lou Albano, I mean, you knew it wasn't real, but it was real. I mean, awesome. you had some of the greatest entertainment, the greatest nuts. Duggan with the hacksaw Jim Duggan. I mean all those guys, and I think I shut it down. I shut it down before The Rock and all that stuff.
Oh, you're missing out on the good years.
Yeah, I did because it was too different then. And now I've flipped on Raw a few times, right? And these guys aren't the big giant steroided out guys anymore.
They're not.
They're normal looking. Muscle guy, kind of like myself, very very muscular and physically fit.
Okay, yeah.
and they're just like normal guys. I like that bigger than life stuff.
Yeah, you were a Vince McMahon fan then, because he loved all the big guys.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of his at all, but I did like what he put together.
He did put on a great show. Yeah. I didn't think it was necessary to have them all big like that, but fit, yes. As long as they were athletic, I think they could get the job done. You didn't want somebody out there getting gassed and just couldn't continue. He was out of breath. But yeah, I felt like the show just took away its, I don't know, its entertainment part.
That's terrible.
Yeah, I want people to hate me. I want this unrealistic like fights. I want Stone Cold running over people's limousines. I want that stuff. That's entertainment.
Yeah. I wonder if are they getting backlash? Have you seen any reviews on it?
I don't know. I ain't watching it. So
as long as you're telling them, it's going to catch on.
I'm going to fix it. Well, yeah, that's it for me.
That stinks. Well, I don't have anything else in my notes here. Got the Real Reels happening.
Yep.
We've got Shuttering has been on pause for a little bit. We'll get back to that. But yeah, I think that's it. Nothing. The shop is in progress. I think I saw a letter for permits going up on the windows, so that's good. Right. And we're still. I mean, I got our living room's full of boxes of getting stuff ready, and the warehouse is full of stuff. So we'll see what happens. I keep getting asked more about gaming.
Everybody wants a place to game.
Yeah, and that's fine. We'll have it. Just give me your ideas, because we're not going to carry everything. Otherwise, it'll sit.
Actually, I got something for you. It's this long stick, and they come in there and start asking about gaming. You got to get them out.
Or it's a hook that you pull them out. You got to get that magnet thing from your door.
Oh yeah, lock it.
But I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to learn Magic, just so I have a concept. You see those free decks I got from Rogue and Raven in Carthage. She gave them to me, and to learn Magic. I don't know. Lorcana, no clue. It's like sparkly thing. I don't know. Give me Monopoly. We'll play a Risk. Play Risk. That should have a Risk tournament. That'd be fun. You know what I wanted to do, just to get off the was to get Rock'em Sock'em Robots and have Rock'em Sock'em Robot tournaments.
Oh wow!
Wouldn't that be fun?
That would be awesome.
So I might be doing that where it's the actual things, not video, and just have a 3-round match.
Boom.
And see, and then have a bracket. Get some people in there and have a good time. So
winner gets $500.
Yeah, Brandon's offering a $500 purse. So don't forget to check with Brandon. Brandon at the Collectors. Website's still going, right?
Yep. We're at the Collectors Toys on Instagram and Facebook.
Check those out. Check them out. And other than that, we're good for today.
That's right.
All right. So don't forget.
Keep on collecting.
See you now.